Blog Talk Radio.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Beastmaster. This is CarnivalSpirits, Ninjas in Action, and I have 513 on the line. Who is this?
Fat Juggalo 82, man.
What up, Fat Juggalo 82? All right, hold on one second. Let me get the rest of the guys online. We've got 720. Who is this?
The one and only Don Chaos.
Fuck you. All right, we've got 620 on the line. Who is this?
Scatterballs.
What up, Scotty? We're talking about Bazooka Joey off of the Mighty Death Pop. What you really need to do is just bump the song that we're about to talk about before, you listen to this podcast, because I'm just so full of energy after listening to that fucking song. And one of my favorite parts about it is when Legs Diamond is like, whoa, back the fuck up, he's got a bazooka, and then it goes back into the song.
To me, it's a dope-ass song, going back to the funnier shit that they did in the original card. It sort of, interprets, true family, love, because he's got his grandpa's shit, blowing shit up. My grandpa took this shit out.
Shaggy 2 Dope is rifling through his grandfather's belongings in the basement, and you brought me to the first talking point, is that this is a story of a man on the edge who all but fell and lost his way until the one day that he discovered in his palms a rocket launcher, and then the beat kicks in. So, as we enjoy this tale of personal rejuvenation and redemption and scrubbification as told by the great Shaggy 2 Dope, this song was introduced to us by an announcer, almost like a narrator of sorts. It reminds me of that movie starring Michael Douglas called Falling Down. Have you guys ever seen that shit?
Oh, yeah. It's a badass movie.
I heard some nopes and yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Iron Maiden made a song based on that movie called Man on the Edge.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that Shaggy 2 Dope is just blowing up shit with a bazooka, it's an awesome concept. But Bazooka Joey itself is a spin-off of the old bubblegum, Bazooka Joe Bubblegum, which was a whole little comic strip that came inside, wrapped around the wrapper of this bubblegum. So I don't know if they're still out there, but we used to buy them at the penny candy store when I was a kid.
Grape and strawberry.
I think they still sell them here in Colorado at stores. They actually just stopped making them in November of 2012. The Bazooka Joe comic strip, they stopped putting the comic strip with their candy last November. Yep.
So you're saying just a fucking month ago they stopped after how long? How many fucking decades of business?
I want to say, I did a little research. It's between 1952 and 54.
Holy shit.
No, that's a guess.
That's crazy, man. It's like ICP makes a song about Bazooka Joe, and all of a sudden it falls apart. It's like when they have Old Dirty Bastard come to the gathering. Next thing you know, he's dead.
We lose Twinkies, and now Bazooka gone. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I can't be fat anymore now.
Don Chaos, do you ever have Bazooka Joe bubblegum?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Totally, that's part of my childhood.
Well, who are the characters from Bazooka Joe? It was Bazooka Joe, but who are his sidekicks?
Oh, shit. I cannot remember. It's been so long since I had that kind of gun.
All right, maybe Panic 17 knows. Is that you?
What's up?
What's up, man?
Sorry.
What's up with you? Are you familiar with Bazooka Joe bubblegum, or?
Oh, hell no, I remember that shit. I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember it.
You know how we were talking about Kickin' is kind of a iconic theme for an ICP song. It seems like they could have done that song 20 years ago. Bang Pow Boom, that first song, In Your Face. Violent J said in interviews that he had always wanted to do a song called In Your Face, about being a clown and putting a pie in your face. That's the staple of being a clown. So it almost feels like Kickin' and Bazooka Joey are both just way homers. They hit the ball out of the park concept-wise. And this right here is a Shaggy 2 Dope solo joint on an ICP CD. And you better believe I got a list of Shaggy 2 Dope solo joints that appear on ICP CDs for you guys.
Nice.
Anytime you get a Shaggy 2 Dope song, you know it's going to be fucking dope. I mean, I've always liked his rapping style. And especially on this CD, man, you can tell he just fucking stepped up his game. You got some of that fucking fast-paced shit. And the songs are just fucking funny. You know, fucking walking around with the bazooka and shit, you know. What would you do if you looked outside and you're just looking, you know, waking up in the morning, you're fucking drinking your coffee, you look outside, and there's a fucking, you know, missile coming straight towards your house and some painted guy outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's a funny song, dude. I love it.
I noticed when this album first dropped, like, a lot of response was to this song. It got the best positive response. This song and, like, I think Night of the Chainsaw, like, got the greatest response. Bazooka Joey was one of the songs that a lot of people just, like, really reacted to really well, you know, just on the internet. And it is a classic Too Dope solo track, definitely. It's just full of his energy and his Shaggy the Clown persona, you know, like birthday bitches type shit, you know, just the way he gets in there and does his thing, you know, his craft. And the way he does it, just the whole thing, yeah, he's got nothing to lose. He finds a fucking bazooka. I mean, that's something you do on, like, video games and shit because you can't, there's no repercussions for it, you know? You're not going to get in trouble for it, you know? You do that in real life, yeah, there's going to be problems, but when you listen to this song, you get to fulfill that fantasy, and it's like, yeah, you're living it, you know?
Pull me over, pull me over. You know, Shaggy's great at that.
Yeah.
Rapping about shit that we should not be doing.
Right.
How about Bang Pow Boom, the bonus track off of the Red version, Our Hero?
Yeah, that's like shit, dude.
Even though Violent J is on the hook, you've got Alley Rat from The Tempest.
Oh, yeah.
Yellow Bus. Scoop us up, come on and scoop us up. That's a Too Dope classic.
Yep.
Dear ICP, that shows up on Forgotten Freshness 4, but there's also another version of that was called Dear Shaggy Too Dope. If people haven't heard that, Dear Shaggy Too Dope is like the alternative earlier version of it. And then also there's, you know, the Panties song from that album.
Pull your panties to the side.
Oh, you know what? Another one is If You Can't Beat 'Em, Join 'Em. I mean, still, these songs have Violent J on the hook. Scotty, you already said it, Birthday Bitches on the Wraith. But you've got The Shaggy Show, features Violent J and Snoop Doggy Dogg, but that's like Shaggy Too Dope as the host, you know what I'm saying? It's like Late Night with David Letterman. So then you've got your guests. That was The Shaggy Show. That was the shit. A lot of juggalos will find this one familiar. I say stop, you say whoop whoop, stop, whoop whoop, stop, whoop whoop.
I'm at work
right now.
Panic's like, I can't whoop, I'm at work.
You're a juggalo? They don't even know, man. They'll fucking get the fuck out of here.
All right, well, I just had to do that because that's one of the most classic songs. That's Shaggy Too Dope solo jam on an ICP album, Tunnel of Love.
Yep.
You've also got Three Rings featuring Violent J, but that was originally off a Too Dope solo album.
Yep.
Three ring, a ding, a ding, ding. People love to point and stare. They put Three Ring on a fucking Joker's card. You know what I'm saying? Like all this talk about, well, this doesn't belong on a Joker's card, man. They took a fucking solo track from Shaggy's solo album. They put it on the Riddle Box. On Ringmaster, you've got Get Off Me, Dog, which I think I commented on Scotty's Facebook post earlier today.
That was terrible, man. Yeah.
What was it?
They found some dude, like, over in Wichita, they found this guy half-eaten by his dog because nobody had heard from him in like a week, and he was half-eaten by his dog in his apartment.
So he died in his apartment, and his dog was like, are you going to feed me? Are you going to feed me? All right, I'm just going to eat you now. Is that cool?
Yep.
You didn't say no. You want me to start?
Yeah, he just started feasting off his face and his body, so, yep.
I better go ahead and head out, y'all.
All right.
We'll see y'all later.
All right. Since Panic's gone now, we can go into this. All the songs that were introduced by that narrator, whether it be Legs Diamond or, what's his name? You know, the Carney.
Willoughby Rags?
Willoughby Rags. That's right. You know, we'll compare this song here. He's talking about this is a story of a man on the edge who all but lost his way. I mean, this is really kind of like I'm imagining the top hat and the whole Carney thing. And, you know, in a world where, you know, people are talking about this is inappropriate, this is a bad example, kids are imitating you, they make it very clear that this is a story that is being told, or as being told by the great Shaggy 2 Dope, you know. I love how they're keeping it fun, they're keeping it theatrical, they're keeping it storytelling. And the trumpets that kick in on this song, come on, guys, this is a really fun song. It reminds me of, like, swing music or ska bands or even musicals. You've got fucking Little Shop of Horrors, you know, Suddenly Seymour, and then you've got the black chick standing up on the fire escape wearing sequins dresses, and they're all dancing, and they're like, ooh, ah. And that's what Sugar Slam is doing on this song with a goddamn bazooka, and she's like, Bazooka Joey, you know.
Yep. And I'm Jason. I could see him doing the sprinkler with the fucking bazooka, just firing it off as he's going.
We could possibly make some speculation, because this track was featured on the Mighty Death Pop DJ kit. Oh, so they do have a radio edit and everything for it. So you never know. They could do a video for it. You know, I don't know.
Sugar Slam and her role in this song is pretty humorous. It does remind me of Big Money Rustlers, where she's talking about how you can't put it in my butt. And
I laugh so hard every time I hear that song.
Yeah. And, you know, we all know Violent J wrote that song, you know, gave it to his baby mama to sing. Big Money Hustlers is the shit. We just watched it again the other day. And it's mad funny now, like that, you know, Twisted and Boondocks are all off the label, and, you know, just watching it and I'm reminiscing on, man, they all had fun doing this. I wonder if they're going to do another movie together. And I think that Twisted would be invited back, you know, to play a role in the next Psychopathic movie, because in Big Money Rustlers, you have cameos from everybody from the Cottonmouth Kings, even the Taxman was in it, you know, but he was kicked out of Cottonmouth Kings before Big Money Rustlers came out, and then he was in the movie with them. So he's like, hey, you know, Twisted, Paul, Jamie, and what we got here? Fat Juggalo 82, Don Chaos?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Cool. Now that Scotty left. All right, I've got the last thing here. The storytelling in the beginning, the way it's introduced to us is something that ICP does a lot, and I really love how we're introduced to the Tempest, the Dark Carnival, Death Mechanism. It's like the Terror Wheel or the Tilt-A-Whirl, you know, Bang Pow Boom, and the beginning of Walking to the Light. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, on the Wraith.
Yeah, all those songs, they kind of make me think of like the Barker for the Sideshow, the one trying to get you to go to the tent and shit. That's what all those songs kind of like make me think of, is just some weird-looking motherfucker all dressed up. Come in the tent. You'll love it.
Right. Step this way. One of my favorites is again, on the Wraith. In the beginning of We Belong, you've got that intro where he's like, oh, little baby bitch ass is crying again, you know? Why don't you go to dance with us? It's a little bit different, but it's not ever the same. It's always a little different. In the beginning of the song Confessions, you've got that interview of, there's one story that we haven't told you until now, you know? And they go on to this, like, the mind of a criminal. Or I like in the beginning of Mr. Happy on Bizarre Bazaar,
I really like the opening for The Amazing Maze.
Oh, yeah.
Jism.
Those announcers are the shit.
Let's watch Big Dick fuck up some more.
Right? On the beginning of Assassins, you've got the wicked clowns, don't fuck with me. And it's like, where is that coming from? Because that's not like Violent J's normal voice. That's not how he normally talks. And, you know, when Shaggy 2 Dope does, like, some drops on the song, you can tell it's Shaggy 2 Dope. You know, he does all sorts of drops all over all the albums.
Tweak. There's just that little tweak, and it's like, that's Shaggy.
In the beginning of Red Christmas, he's like, jingle my motherfucking balls. In the beginning of I Didn't Mean to Kill Him, they're saying, this is a story of a murderer, a cold-blooded killer, a ruthless, heartless slaughterer. And then the song is just completely ridiculous. I didn't mean to kill him.
Listen to me, wait.
That is a lot like Bazooka Joey. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a story, and here is the story. It's mad fucked up, but you're going to enjoy it.
Do you think, though, that this song is sort of like opening him up for more? Like how Jay had Night of the Axe and then Night of the 44 and now Night of the Chainsaw? Do you think there's going to be more?
Bazooka Joey is not tied in with the theme of the Mighty Death Pop, unless you consider Shaggy Two Dope is the one who is the bringer of death. But he's not really, like, killing motherfuckers. He's actually just blowing shit up, like, as if he's living his life inside of an Xbox game and fulfilling that fantasy of, I've been fucking with my whole life, like we can all relate with. Like, what if I just stumbled across this bazooka? Look at me now. Or how do you like me now?
Sort of like it's his version of Chris Benoit. Because, I mean, that song is just about a dude that finally just snapped one day out of nowhere.
You know what? I don't think it's as extreme as Chris Benoit, because Chris Benoit is snapping and murdering your whole family, whereas this is a little bit more lighthearted. It's a little bit more like, hey, man, I just blew up your house, motherfucker. He's not, like, fucking murdering and committing suicide, you know?
Yeah.
Some of the best stories, you just got to lighten up a little bit. What about Boogie Woogie Woo? The Beast Lives. You know, they start that off with a little bit of this is a bedtime story, and you're going to be scared of this. This is like the boogeyman will crawl into your bedroom window and fucking kill you. Now that is just as wrong as fucking blowing you up with the bazooka, but these are the things that we talk about. Little kids are scared of the boogeyman, you know? You got to be scared of the crazy motherfucker, the guy with the bazooka that's been pushed too far, the man on the edge, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your death. Now let's see where you're headed.
Turn the crank.
You know,
can even go back further.
To what?
Like on Carnival of Carnage on the song The Juggler, you hear that Carney narrator, and then in the song Ghetto Freak Show, you hear that Carney narrator also in the song.
Yeah, it was a soft, gentle night. It was a little town, in the town of, well, your town.
You hear it in The Juggler and in Ghetto Freak Show also.
One time, the ICP with this shit for you and your boys to say, fuck yeah, too. And just talking about the Carney intros, you know, welcome, you sons of fucking bitches, to the Wicked Carney Theater feature presentation, our main attraction, Old Evil Eye.
Welcome to the Slow Jam.
Hello, baby. I was thinking about you.
So I wrote this song.
Those songs were the shit back then because they were doing the whole stalker thing. And ain't that something that you got to be careful of those fucking crazy stalkers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
ICP has made a career out of being the creepy ones. Clowns are creepy anyways without fucking murdering. And you got the song like Three Rings, and they say, gather around, my wealthy friends, enter our three-ring circus of freaks. And hit the nail on the head with that one.
And, I mean, if you really look at it, if you look at, like, the whole world as a circus, we are, like, the sideshow, the part that's off to the side that only the, like, really fucked up people go and look at. It's not like the family atmosphere that is in, like, the center ring, like, with the animals doing acrobatic shit and all that. And you got the deformities over here that only the ones with the really thick and twisted mind is going to go and look at. And that's what we are.
Yep. Well, everyone's got their own individual, everyone's got their own flavor. And I think to tolerate others that are a little bit different than you is the name of the game. In the three-ring circus, there is always room for Bazooka Joey. He just needs to point that thing some other direction. And, you know what I'm saying? Like if we're all together and somebody opens up a Faygo bottle and starts spraying it around, you're going to hear a couple people complain about it, and I guarantee you they're all the newbies. You know, they're all the people that haven't been around long enough to understand that you kick it with juggalos, you're probably going to get some Faygo stains. So don't be carrying a bazooka around us and pointing it at us saying, hey, stop acting this way, because juggalos do not conform to you know, they don't take well to orders. And isn't that just the ultimate fantasy? I'm done taking orders. You guys remember the skit that comes before this song where they're like in the army?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
the orders are to wait.
You know, yeah, the orders are to wait, and the guy's like, fuck you pussies, I'm going to do my own thing. You coming with me? All right, fuck you. And then he gets killed, and they're like, idiot. You know?
It reminds me of this one old war movie that I've seen. I just forget what it's called.
There's a lot of good ones, but it does remind you. I mean, it's a great little skit. I mean, they're really putting you in the middle of a war. You can hear all the missiles firing and stuff. And that reminds me, Bazooka Joey has the sound of missiles firing and blowing up built into the song, which is very cool. It's not just the trumpets with that freshness, you know, doop, 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 doop. But in the chorus, you can hear the...
Everyone's right, it is a very catchy song. You catch yourself singing it out of nowhere sometimes.
Yeah, it's very catchy.
Like he's saying, the dancing with the bazooka. It's all songs where just out of nowhere you start dancing.
Right?
Because it's just that catchy shit, and it's like, I didn't expect that.
They definitely love to make us dance, and they've been sneaking dance songs into their albums for so long now. Remember Dark Lotus? And I don't even dance. We danced.
Yeah, like, we don't dance, we boogie, woogie woo, that's all we do.
You got like songs like The Zombie Slide, The Headless Boogie. There's a lot of dancing songs. It would be a whole nother fucking podcast.
I just like how they did their version of like the electric slide and shit, where it's telling you what to do and when to do it.
Oh, the Chop Shop Slide, you mean?
Yeah. Because I remember, like, every time I would go to the bar on the weekend, the dumbass bitches would always play, like, the electric slide, and there'd be, like, 5 of them dancing. And it's like, could you just imagine seeing people, like, reacting to that? Like, what the fuck is this? And you see, like, 2 juggalos up doing the dance and shit, and it's like, yeah.
Oh, man, I've got footage of my friends and family all doing the Chop Chop Slide. You know, talking about parents and kids, all of us having a blast, and it's hilarious when we're doing it in the bar. Seriously, we'll do it in the bar. We'll have the karaoke, you know, MC play it for us. And when it comes to the part where we swear, when they do all the cuss words, oh man, everybody who doesn't know what's going on, you can just see it in their faces. They're like, "What? I say stop, you say woo woo, stop."
Oh yeah.
You guys are the worst. If we were on the street sidewalk right now, I would bitch slap all of you guys. They're like the Five Stooges.
You can't bitch slap Super Balls.
Yeah, right? Let me try that again.